At a public high school in Ohio, there was an old history teacher named Mr. Harrison. Gray hair, worn out shoes, quiet voice that barely filled the classroom. Most students called his class boring. They counted the minutes until the bell rang. But they didn't notice something important. Every single day, after the final bell echoed through the halls, Mr. Harrison stayed. Not to grade papers, not to organize books, he stayed waiting. Waiting for students who weren't ready to go home. One cold winter afternoon, a sophomore named Caleb didn't leave. He wasn't failing. He wasn't in trouble. He just sat there. Mr. Harrison didn't ask personal questions. He didn't push. He simply looked up and said softly, "Want to hear a story about Abraham Lincoln?" Caleb shrugged. But he listened. The next day, he stayed again, and the next. Those quiet afternoons turned into conversations about history, about mistakes, about second chances, about how setbacks don't define your future. Years passed. Graduation day arrived. Caleb walked across the stage as valedictorian. When it was his turn to speak, he didn't talk about grades or awards. He looked toward the back of the gym and said, "Some teachers teach subjects. Some teachers teach you how to survive." In the last row stood Mr. Harrison, clapping quietly. After the ceremony, Caleb handed him a small envelope. Inside was a simple note. "You stayed after the bell when no one else did. Sometimes the greatest lessons aren't written on a board. They're taught by someone who simply chooses to stay."